inside of my pillow. That's right. Completely unaware. Nothing can compare to where you send me. Lets me know that it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. In the moments when my good times start to fade, you make me smile like the sun. Fall out of bed to sing like a bird. Dizzy in my head, spin like a record. Crazy on a Sunday night. You make me dance like a fool. Forget how to breathe. Shine like gold, lost like a thief. Just the thought of you can drive me wild. Oh, you make me smile. Even when you're gone.
Who gives this bride away today?
The whole family.
Whole family. Outstanding. May all be seated. Be comfortable. Marriage. Marriage is what we... No, I can't do that. Let's start with a quote by the author Robert Coleman. We're all a little weird. Life is a little weird, and when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with our own, we join up with them and fall in mutual satisfying weirdness. And we call it love. True love. Today is a celebration. A celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it for the long haul, for forever. That's gonna make me cry too. Interesting thing is that you don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of strange, right? You're standing in front of a group of people looking fancy, holding flowers, and being stared at by pretty much everyone who has ever meant anything to you. Sharing is caring. So why do we do it? We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but a wedding is regarded as one that is so critical. We acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. But why this moment? Because despite all of our differences, love is something we all share. It's the great unifier, the one universal truth. No matter who we are, where we've come from, what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is one of those things that we're doing right more often than not. Why don't you two join hands? And that's why you're both standing here in front of me today. And that's why, and that's why you're all here to watch them do this. All of us here today, we have our own love stories. Some are short, others are long. Some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories, some that are sad and disappointing, but others that are exciting and full of adventure. And here we are at the beginning of a new chapter in the story of Stephanie and Jason. It's a chapter that will bring them together, give them time to pause, look back, and smile at all the moments that brought them here. And it will give them time to look ahead to all the moments that are still to come. Steph, Jason, I am here for you guys. We are all here because we want those moments for you. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't simply "and they lived happily ever after." Love is experience of writing your own story together every minute of every day. And it's not even the one moment, it's every moment. And these moments will all fuse together in one big experience, one grand story. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it. And that's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt and not described. But trying to describe love is one of our favorite pastimes, isn't it? And even though we describe love in different ways, and even though love can look different from one person to the next, we all know it when we see it. And we see it here today, in you two. You can hear it today. And everybody's laughter and cheers for you two. Now, before we share the next big moment with each other, I must ask you both now. Stephanie and Jason, is it your intention today, before myself and all those in attendance, to go forth with this ceremony and be brought together in the bonds of marriage? Sure it's all right. And if anybody has an issue with these two being married today, you had 14 years. The window of opportunity closed a long time ago. You became a couple together. You helped parent each other's children. You've shared your trials and tribulations together. Now, you share vows together. Ready? Yeah, I know, but guess what? It's your turn. Well, the ink might be dry. Hang on a second, I'm going to do this because I want to make sure everybody hears you. Oh, I want that. There you go.
Yes.
No, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here. You're terrified. No, you're Stephanie. Okay. I know it's a bit of a delirious.
Okay, can we just take a minute? Because he's like super handsome.
Okay, you got this.
Just capture you guys. Okay, sure. Yeah. We did it. We made it. To this day, we're in the right place, at the right time, on the right day, and for us, that's already a feat. The crazy journey that this thing has taken has been long and had many twists and turns along the way to get right here, right now. We've covered it all. Sickness, health, having little to having a little more. Happy times, not so happy times. We've left no stone unturned. Jason, you're my rock. You have been that person. You've been that voice that reminds me that I can do anything. I remember when you would text me when I was doing chemotherapy, and you would tell me that I could hang in there for 15 minutes. You would push me and be like, you only have 2 more minutes, come on, you got this. You'd celebrate with me when I was successful, and you would cry with me when I didn't go so well. I tell you all the time that you're a good man.
Doing great.
I hate to break it to you, but you are indeed a good man, Jason Carr. Who takes a woman with so much baggage without much hesitation? And I say much hesitation because it wasn't a whole lot. It wasn't just me, it was all of them
Was?
and a crazy dog. Only you would look at that without much hesitation and say, I think I can make this better. Only you could look past the craziness, the screaming, the yelling, all of that was my home. And only you could see past the goofy stuff that I would get us into, like the road trip that we took when the GPS took us on a dirt road in the middle of a rainstorm. And I was like, yes, an adventure. And Jason was like, yeah, no. Adventures to you are sleeping in a rest area at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's an adventure. Not so much for me, thanks. Or there was a time we went to Kentucky and we got out of the car only to hear my friend say, hurry up and get back in your car before you step on a snake. I did not know that this man could move that fast. I've never seen Jason Carr move that fast. Only you could see past the nuttiness that was my kids. From Erin chasing everybody around with a golf club, telling them that she didn't want to mini golf anymore, to when they would lock each other out of the house all of the time. Just no tubing with them, only to give myself a concussion. We won't even talk about Pixie and her breath of 1,000 anuses, and the number of times that you would beg her to, please don't bark, please don't wake Mom up. Obviously, Mom was already awake, or I would have never known you told her that. The number of trips to Ithaca, Watkins Glen, and anywhere in between, just so that you can spend time with us. Us, all of us. You dated us all. Let's not forget the miniature golf course at 9 o'clock at night, just so that we can hang out, or the Christmas, or the present, or the time that we left half of the Christmas presents here and made the kids go on a scavenger hunt all the way here to buy them. And that's just the stuff that happened before we moved in together. All of that leads to this moment right here and right now. And this is the part where I'm supposed to make a bunch of promises to you, and I will. But you know that it's going to be Stephanie style. I promise to not wear a baseball cap with a crop top to your funeral. If you know, you know. I promise to never ask why your underwear are in the trash can. And I promise to never, ever feed you baked beans when we have to go on a trip in less than 48 hours. Only you can turn the state name of Maryland into a verb.
No, you don't.
And because of you, I also promise there will be no more surprise puppies. I promise to choose to love you every day of our lives. And I promise to strive to be the wife that you can be proud of. And to create a home that you want to come home to. I didn't say that that house was always going to be clean, or that there would be no chaos. I just said that you would want to come home to it. I vow to be your best friend and your biggest cheerleader. There is nobody else that I want to do this life with. It could, but why would I want to? I can't wait to see what the next adventure takes us. I promise to have the little Betty snack cakes ready, the Coke Zero, and the car packed. Let the journey begin right now. I love you, Jason Carr. It's always been you. It's always going to be you until one of us takes our last breath from this. Don't cry.
Oh, I can't top that.
Do you? Yes.
How can you read that on that tree?
Do you have your reader?
There's no way you're
No,
going to read
no, I gotta hold them on here, that's all. I must say, thoughts of this day passed through my mind many a time this last 10 years. 10 plus years. And I'm happy to say that this is pretty much how I set the scene. In a barn, surrounded by loving friends and family. Thank you all for coming. I can't begin to tell you how happy I am to see you all here today to witness me finally make an honest woman of my partner in crime, my best friend, my heart.
Jimmy, you're gonna make me cry.
I love her smile. I love her blue eyes. I love the way she drools on herself asleep in the passenger seat while doing 80 going southbound in Ohio. I could, but what fun. I love that during the long distance portion of our saga that I was able to convince her to step outside the door of her house and wave at the satellite overhead so I could see her on Google Earth.
True story. But that's okay.
I love that somehow, after nearly 14 years together, we've somehow managed to never have a real argument.
Never.
Somehow.
We'll give it time.
I know, right? Now she'll have a ring on. Stephanie is sweet, kind, and loving. I love so much that one of our favorite things to do is make someone's day better through laughter, especially when we can see that they're struggling. She taught me by example that the world is full of momentous, quick interactions, and that still can make such a difference in a person's day simply by making the interaction purposefully positive. To go out of your way to be kind or to make someone smile or laugh. And so, Stephanie, I promise I promise to continue to strive to improve as a man and as a husband. I also promise to not fluff the covers 12 to 24 hours after consuming a garbage plate. I put that in there for your benefit. I promise to unclog the bathtub, despite being the only person in the house with the short hair. Shortest hair. I promise to continue to laugh with and at you, and comfort you in times of sorrow. You have brought summer to the autumn of my life. You are the sunshine that spills across my landscape after the storm.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Walmart. I can't promise to find a solution to all our problems. I can't even promise to not occasionally be one of those problems. But I can promise that you'll never have to face any of those problems alone.
At this time, I'm going to call Stephanie's sister Cassandra up to share a prayer with us.
Okay. Heavenly Father, I pray that Jason and Stephanie may have a true and understanding love for each other. Grant both with faith and trust. Give them the grace to live with each other in peace and harmony. May they always bear with one another's weakness and grow from each other's strengths. We ask this in your name.
Everybody look at me. Everybody look at Cassandra. Okay, nothing happened to the kids. This is the dopey guy with the red scarf. All right. I'm holding something
Cassandra
that
almost
is
fell off
going
the
to
chair.
be- we're sharing just the moment. And now it's time for us to pass it to you. So I'm going to hand you a ring. I'd like you to put that on Jason's finger, not the middle one. I know. And
This is
please
my
repeat
luck.
after me, Stephanie.
Remember, hold L.
Ready? With this ring, I give you a sign of my love, and faithfulness. With this ring, I thee wed. Nice. That's the weather. You ready, buddy? All right, my man.
I'm born ready, it just got bigger.
My hand was shaking. I couldn't believe I didn't drop that. That's awesome.
Pushing you guys that way, like I moved like a whole half mile.
You're into the moment. It's all good.
I don't know, I've like gone like a whole half mile here.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I give you a sign
I give you a sign
of my love
of my love
and faithfulness.
and faithfulness.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I do wed. You're not much easier. This is a moment they've been wanting to share for 14 years.
Oh my gosh, you're on my class, this is a whole mess. Get in here.
Claudia's idea? That was awesome.
Thank you, Cookie Bear.
All right. I'm going to admit, I'm going to have a hard time getting through this quote because these two have made me an emotional wreck today. The following quote is by writer Philip Pullman. This is your quality. I will love you forever, whatever happens, till I die and after I die.
And when I find my way out of the land of the dead, I'll drift around forever, all my Adams, till I find you again. I'll be looking for you every moment, every single moment. And when we do find each other again, we'll cling together so tight that nothing and no one will ever tear us apart. Every atom of me, every atom of you. We'll live in the birds and the flowers and dragonflies and pine trees and the clouds and those little specks of light you see floating in sunbeams. And when they use our atoms to make new lives, they won't just be able to take one. They'll have to take two. One of you, one of me. Every wedding ceremony at which a clergyman, a rabbi, or a celebrant such as myself officiates is, of course, a marriage which already exists in the souls of the people involved. This ceremony has given recognition to a union which has already taken place in the hearts and minds of the new couple. It is Stephanie and Jason's wish to declare their marriage to the world. It is a statement of commitment to each other and to the ideals they already have begun to create. Stephanie, Jason, you have declared before all of us that you will live together in marriage. You have made special promises to each other, which have been symbolized by the joining of hands, taking of vows, and the giving and receiving of rings. And you'll let me ramble on about a variety of lovely sentiments along the way. So thank you for that. So, 40 years of making, man. I keep doing it, it's amazing. Okay, excuse me. That's how much you guys need of me, that's amazing. Okay, by the authority vested in me, by the Universalist Life Church in the state of New York, it is my immense honor to say I now pronounce you husband and wife. For it.
You, sir, may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie and Jason Cohn.